There was a time in Jamaica, as a matter of fact, in the world, when nobody spoke about cancer. It was a big C, and if you had it, you didn't speak about it. But here I have Enthrose Campbell, who has had to deal with cancer. What was that story?
Well, we were launching this book. I had gone to the doctor because he had suspected something. So I had gone, he got the results, and I'm going this evening. I'm preparing for the launch of a photo book in Jamaica 50, right? And doctor calls to say, Enthrose, you need to come now, I'd like to talk to you. So and so I said, well, you know, doctor, am I going to die today? I really have something major to do this evening. I can't come today. I will come tomorrow. So I moved over. I went over to the CEO's office, and the CEO, doctor just called me and said so and so, but I can't go. I have this project. I was a leader on the project. So she said, okay, we prayed. And she said, okay, let's file it away. That's a new method we've learned. We learned from Alvin Day's teachings. File it away. And then we deal with it tomorrow. And fine, so we filed it away. When I'm going home after the event, I'm saying, I should be worried about something. What's it again? Because I totally forgot.
You filed
really filed it
13.
away. And then I dropped some people home and so on, and I'm on my way. What am I worried? Oh, yes. And then I remember, and I just kept saying, Lord, have mercy, Lord, have mercy. And I said, have mercy until I got home, which was like 20 minutes time. So when I went to see me the next morning, by the time I got there, I was drugged up, you know, and my CEO came with me, and we went and we talked to the doctor. Poor doctor was so scared, but I was ready for anything because I was drugged up with prayers, and yeah, so I had to do we had to do chemotherapy and all of that. And I'd like to say to anybody who chooses to do chemotherapy that you just have to go in with a positive mind. If you have to do it, and if you say, okay, I'm going to do it, just be positive, you know, and you'll get through. I never missed a work because of a day at work because of chemo. I went every day. I would go in the evenings, and then I would just go straight home. And then you know what was good? I had support. Like my family was always there. My church family, my own family. My brother was just there. My brother went to every single 31 radiotherapy sessions. He was at every single one of them.
You have to say his name.
Maxwell Brooks, Lloyd, my brother, my star. He was there. My family was there, everybody.
Yes,
my brother,
yeah.
He came to every single one of the radiotherapy. People at JIS came as well.
I know you had
there,
great
right?
support from your JIS family as well.
Yes, definitely. And I went through the chemo 6 weeks. You know, that is 6 sessions. That is every 3 weeks.
So you had radiotherapy and you had
chemo first,
yeah.
and then radiotherapy. And if you listen to people, sometimes you probably get sick before you even start. What you have to do is go with a positive mind. I have to do this, I'm going to be well. And with God in the boat with you, you're safe. You're really, really, really safe. So it was, for me, it was a challenging experience, but it was a very good time of my life, can I tell you? Yes, because I learned patience, I learned to believe, I learned to trust, I learned power. I knew that I was about to die. And as I said, my mother grew up, raised us in a way that we know that you can't roll over and die.
And of course, if the patient has that attitude, then you make it easier for the people around you.
I remember having gone to one of the chemo sessions where the technician was so sad. She was sad, and I said, what's wrong with you? And she was beginning to talk about life and so on. I said, you don't even have cancer. Oh, you don't have any problem? And she said, no, it's true. It's true. So I had some good doctors, good caregivers, and I have to really say thanks to my family, my JIS family, my church family, and my own family.
Your blood family.
They were like there with me all the time. It was...
I'm looking at you, you see, and you're right. I did hear that you never missed a day at work, and this is amazing. But some great things happened because you've been so dedicated as a civil servant, because you really are a civil servant. You, in 2013, were awarded the Civil Servant of the Year. What did that mean
That was
to
so special to me because it's a year after I was diagnosed with cancer, so I had bald head and everything, got my hair.
By the way, did you wear a wig?
No, I went bald. I just wear it. I remember when my hair started falling out that day, I called the CEO and said, well, I see your hair drop off. I'm not going to cry. She said, okay, if you have to cry, cry. When she said that to me,
that's Donna Mariro. Yes, that's her style.
And no, I didn't wear a wig. And where were we?
You were going to ask. I was asking about the Civil Servant of the Year. You
right.
said it was a year after you had been diagnosed.
That year I got it. I was awarded with that, and I was like, "Oh God, you're just really good." So I was happy for that that award, I was able to do 4 major projects.
But each person who gets this thing is asked to do one project.
Yes. I did 4 because I couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted to do.
What were they?
So I taught Spanish to the C6 students at St. Andrew Technical, and I taught Spanish also to Jamaica Customs, some officers, and I did an internet cafe in Treadways. You know,
Treadways in St. Catherine?
Right. The pastor had asked me to come and teach them about how to do resumes and so on. I said, you know, I need to give them the tool instead of having to go all the time. So I went and I begged the sale. We got some computers. My other friend from Simtai, he gave me a printer. And so we set up a little internet cafe, and people loved it. And
is it still functioning?
It's still functioning, but they're bursting now at the seam, and we need some more help. So putting it out there, help. If we could
Treadways Internet Cafe, yes, so that was Treadways, Customs, Stats. What was the fourth project?
The fourth one was to do features to highlight some outstanding civil servants.
This was on JIS?
On JIS, yes.
What's the criteria for somebody to be chosen as Civil Servant of the Year?
Well, first thing that your company has to nominate you. So you're nominated, and then you're shortlisted, and then you do an interview. When I went to do the interview, I was so sure that I wasn't going to get it because other people had more experience, and you had some acting permanent secretaries and so on. I was like, okay, I know I'm not going to get it. When they called me, when I went to the function, when you go to the function, now you don't know yet, you know.
I know.
So they read all of the profiles and so on, and then they said, Enthrose Campbell. I was like, hallelujah.
Oh,
yes,
that was
yes,
wonderful.
Yes, it was,
and it's good that your projects have done well for individuals, yes, and for a community,
yes.
Treadways.
I just saw somebody last week who I taught at Customs, and she was like, oh, Miss, you don't remember me? Miss, I'm not able to use my Spanish when I go to different places. And I'm like, oh, that is so wonderful.
Indeed. Enthrose Campbell is my guest. When we come back, we'll be in the final segment of this 2-part interview. Thank you so much for staying with me. I hope that she's encouraging you, inspiring you, and just guiding you in just how to deal with life. It's about life. We'll be right back.